Hello, this is Steve Dickerson, Superintendent of Hillsdale Schools, and I've been asked to share some information concerning our income tax levy. I was hired in this district in April of 2013. The same meeting I was hired, many programs were cut and there was eliminations of programs and athletic fees and activity fees added to many extracurricular events, activities that our students could participate in, which create a real hardship. So one of the first tasks I had was in November of 2013 is to get the community behind us to support the income tax levy, the 1.25%. That levy was for a 10-year period, and it was for operations of our program, our school. One of the messages I heard loud back in 2013 was, what are we going to get for our money? What are we getting back? And it was a very fair question, because if we're going to pay extra money and we're going to have the same school that we had after the cuts, then why would I pay? People wanted to see what their investment was going to give them. So we went right to work on that. We looked for many ways to bring back as much as possible. And to this date, most of everything that was cut has been brought back in some fashion, and we've added a number of new things. So I'm proud of what we've been able to do and continue to do with the operating money that we've been blessed with. Unfortunately, when it gets to the state part of that operating money, it's kind of ironic that the same dollar amount that we received in 2013, 2014 is the same dollar amount that we receive today. And that's because the state has put school districts on a guarantee that with their funding formulas, if the new funding formula does not grant you additional dollars than what you were making, the state is guaranteed that you would get the same dollars. So this district's basically been on a guarantee for quite some time, and through my whole tenure here at Hillsdale. So state revenue has not increased. But what has is the opportunities for our students and the services for our students. We've been able to accomplish a lot over the past 10 years and hoping to continue all those great things moving forward. Some of the things that really stuck out, the meeting I was hired, there was a large group of agricultural people in the audience and VOAG students, FFA members in the audience, because one of their instructors was being cut and program. Family consumer science was cut. The industrial tech was cut. And many other programs and personnel that provided opportunities. $450 per student per activity fee was established. All those things were up there in what we were working against to get the income tax money back then and what it would be used for. And like I said, we've been able to do a lot with our operating expenses to show that. The Ag, as I mentioned, program is back to full strength. We've added some things within the Ag curriculum to allow for those students who want to advance techniques in woodworking and other things through capstone, that they can take those type of things like they may used to in industrial tech, but at the same time, we're able to collect funding for them because it is a career-based program that gets additional state funding. We've also added many services for our students. We've added a full-time nurse. Before we had part-time nurse and not even a nurse here every day. This has been very vital for us here at Hillsdale. And not only that, when you look at our new funding, there's wellness dollars set aside that has to be used for those type of services, whether it's our nurse, our school-based therapist, or adding additional liaisons to meet the needs of our students and our families. So when you have the same dollars that you've had for the last 10 years, but now the state's starting to put stipulations on them that this amount has to be spent for various services and services that you need in a school system, it makes it difficult. But yet we've been able to maintain and grow what we're doing each year with the money that we've been blessed with. So thank you. We're also looking at other things that has happened. We've taken old buildings and moved to a one-to-one computer initiative in buildings that were not designed for that. We added cameras to buildings that were not designed for that. All kinds of safety features. We have a school resource officer that actually the Sheriff's Department helps us write a grant to partially fund. We have eliminated over $300,000 in some years on bus repair expenses. And this alone has made up for the difference of buying buses. So by keeping our bus fleet up to date and safe, we've been able to at the same time cut cost on what we were paying. So looking for all those type things to creatively save money even though you're spending money. We, for a small school district, are very close to adding a full liberal arts degree college credit plus program. We're down to needing 1 or 2 subjects. I know when I met with the college concerning this, they were quite amazed by how many staff members we have that's qualified to teach those college credit plus courses. So we're looking at ways to keep our students here, and here within a year or two, we could have the first students graduating Hillsdale with their 2-year associate's degree and liberal arts degree and not leave our district, not travel the bad roads in the winter and those type of things. The big advantage to those students taking their college here also, besides the safety of driving some terrible roads in the winters and that too, is if our staff members teach it, it is much cheaper for the district than the money that goes out to the universities if it's taught there. So we want our students to be here. We want our students to enjoy the high school educational experience and not be in a rush to get to the college campuses, but at the same time be able to get the college credit and to help their families out financially, because if they pass the classes, the students get the credit, and it's the school district through the state that has required the funding for this program. So we've been working on what our students need, our community need, and what we need for safety throughout. I believe we've been very good stewards with the money that you've been given to us through that, and moving forward. There's myths out there. Again, as if you watch some of the other videos saying that, Hillsdale's on the ballot because of needing to pay for the new building. Again, this is not a true fact. The levy committee is working hard because of wanting to maintain the excellent education our students are getting and the programs for our kids. Thank you. And if any time you have any questions concerning any of these videos, please give me a call here at Hillsdale. 419-368-8501 rings right to my desk, or drop me an email. Sometimes that's the quickest because I'm not at my desk all the time, and it'd be hill_Dickerson@tccsa.net. Thank you and have a great day.